Hi guys, this is skittflash here, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. It's the day right before the full moon, so we're gonna be doing preparations. I'm actually pretty prepared as it is right now, but I just sort of want to show you what you should do to get prepared. And a lot of it just involves doing shit at Paulownia Mall. Fun fact, I did not know that if you go to Paulownia Mall, as long as you don't do anything that's time consuming like karaoke or such and such, you can actually just go back to the dorm and, you know, do shit, which is cool. I didn't know that. So that's nifty to know. So I'm just going to be going to all the shops. Buy some accessories. Magic ring. That's a cool thing. Looking in retrospect, I think getting the vitality ring would actually be the better idea. Because, it's like, having more SP is kind of more important when you're in, like, long treks in Tartarus, as opposed to just, like, single boss fights like we're about to do. HP would have been the way to go, but whatever, it's in the past now, and I do alright, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna make a Taki Minakata. Taka, yeah, that's his name. I wasn't just tripping. Because he's strong against electricity and bash damage. Is it bash? Or is it strike? I think it's strike. But that's just for a little, I guess, safety blanket, I suppose. Really, my Huapo is all I really need, but, it's good to have him. And that he has Midai, and that the fact that he's a Hanged Man Arcana. Because we'll be needing that in the future. We're gonna go here and actually fuse my Ares in this sword. You can actually make weapons by fusing personas into the things you get from those gold shadows to get cool weapons. I mean, I'm just doing it just because, might as well. It's 3 times better than my sword that Minato has now, so why not? And finally, we're gonna be going to the shop to get some shit. You wanna get, most importantly, get some disc charms. Make sure you have plenty disc charms. 5 should be plenty, but I'm just showing you what to buy. Get some Mi Parcher gems too. Because you want some Mi Parcher gems. If you have Mi Parcher, all the better. But get some just in case. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to do here at Paulownia Mall. If you want, you can go back and save, because if you die during the full moon boss fight, you'll be sent all the way back here, and having to do all this preparation all over again would kinda suck. But I'm just gonna do the irresponsible thing, and go to the charm booth. And now we're charismatic. We have maxed our charm stat. We are now just sex gods. And we're super charismatic as well. So there's that. So now we can study, since studying is the last, academics is the last thing we need to raise. It's the day before full moon. Hopefully, like, you know, this doesn't just totally go AWOL and I get fucking fatigued. That's too bad. But something interesting I learned, which is the whole reason I chose not to go to sleep early anyways, is that after this, the next day, I actually don't get tired. I don't get tired at all. It doesn't say I'm tired, I'm not tired, I'm just normal. And I think it works both ways in the fact that if you go to sleep, you won't be feeling great either. You'll just be feeling normal, so you might as well. I don't think you can... I don't think... this is just... I don't know. I don't think you can actually not feel normal on full moon days. Which is fair, but at the same time, don't you think you should punish players for being irresponsible like me? I mean, whatever. I shouldn't be, you know, punching a gift horse in the mouth. That is one of the weirder idioms out there, I must say, or proverbs, whatever you would call it. So we're going back to the dorm because, you know, apparently Minato did absolutely nothing that day. 'Tis a shame. It was all spent in preparation, even though all the preparation we did was the day prior, so, you know, whatever. And we're back, and we have Fuka, that's right, Fuka wasn't here last time. I will be right back, and hopefully the dog will shut up.
I sense a strong presence.
Where was I? What I have?
Hey, we
Don't even know. But we're back.
Or so
I mean, I'm back. There was absolutely no cut whatsoever, but you know,
Inside a
in the
building
video.
on Shirakawa Boulevard.
But exposition, sort of. We know where to go now.
Shirakawa Boulevard.
We have our
We've been
destination.
finding the lost in pairs lately. Now I understand
And
why.
why would that be, Akutsuki?
In pairs.
Of course, Senpai.
I get it.
Senkai get it before us. We're kind of clueless, especially good old Fuka-chan.
Why? What's on Shirakawa
Just like, you
Boulevard?
know,
I'm not
classically
familiar with that
ignorant to sexual deviance.
area. I've heard about it, but
But
That's
yeah,
where all
but Junpei
those
gets it.
hotels are. That explains a lot. You've heard about them, right, Fuka? Where people go to, you know.
Gotta love Japan, where they have hotels specifically designed for lovemaking.
Nonsense. They're no different than ordinary hotels.
Sure they are.
The rooms
Sure they
are
are,
a bit
Akutsuki.
fancier, that's all.
Wait till you see
Oh,
him.
man. That's it?
Oh, he sounds so disappointed.
I don't know about this. Maybe I shouldn't go.
Really? What could possibly go wrong
You're
if you
just
went?
like a little kid, Yucatan.
And that flipped her switch. Really, really
Whatever. Fine, let's go.
That was quite the 180, Yukari. So we have to have her in our party,
But
no
this
matter,
time,
because
I want a piece of the action.
you know, we would have brought her anyway. She's our dedicated healer.
So, who's gonna
Even
take
though the
lead?
only healing move she knows is die at this moment in
I
time,
don't
so
see any reason to change
whatever.
leaders now. And Yamagishi?
And it's
I
good
want
old-
you to handle support during the operation.
when would she not be support? When would
I'll do my
Fuka
best.
not do so? Would she battle? I don't think that's
All right,
that doesn't
then I'll
happen.
Let you decide on the rest of the team. Let's do this.
Okay, so now we have to prepare our team for this mission. We can bring anybody we want as long as we bring Yukari. I wanted to bring I wanted to bring Akihiko and Mitsuru just because I'm curious about something, but I'm not gonna do that. Because Mitsuru happens to be weak against fire, and the boss, an upcoming boss, happens to use fire, and you can see where things like that would get disastrous. So let's rearrange their equipment. Why the hell would you give me back my spike belt to replace it with a Kishido blade? Are you stupid, Junpei? Anyways, you could have rearranged your equipment yesterday and then saved. That way you won't have to do it every single time you probably die. Because, again, full boon bosses, you die, you get sent back the day, no skipping cutscenes, it's kind of a hassle. So I'm gonna move around my crap with, good old Yukari. She even has, something that resists electricity too, so now she has no weaknesses either. Which is just fantastic, which means the only weakness my party has, this current party has right now, is Bufu, which no one uses today, so, you know, that's just kind of awesome. I don't need to check with Akihiko, I'm sure he'll be fine. So then, now we commence Operation Full Moon 7-7. Feeling lucky. Are you feeling lucky? I'm certainly feeling lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky, who knows. And what's this? Oh my gosh, this couldn't be. Is this an actual dungeon that isn't Tartarus? We're not in Tartarus right now, we're in a completely cool, free to explore dungeon that isn't Tartarus. What a new and exciting experience. I'm gonna pleasure every single moment of it. Because, you know, it's actually very short-lived. We're at the ending. Here's the boss room. So then, are we prepared? Yes, we are. That was quick. Let's go. I love the lyrics. I want to say they're saying they're in the hotel right now. Because it's just more funny that way. Wow, this guy looks like an interesting fellow. So then, prepare for boss time. This is the Hierophant Arcana. And yeah, pretty standard boss fare. The boss hasn't even started yet. Now we can talk about the boss. Again, it uses strike and electricity, so if you wanted to take less damage, Take Minakata is the way to go. But right now I'm gonna switch Akihiko to support. Hopefully gonna bait him into using Tarunda, and I'm gonna use Rakunda, because, you know, status debuffs are the way to go when it comes to boss fights, or the more complicated boss fights. Not this is very complicated per se, these are actually pretty simple. This is definitely easier than that frickin' Garudine Knight that we faced in Tartarus, and that's typically how it always is. If you can defeat the boss before the barrier, this guy will be a joke, and he is. Secunda, what are you thinking?
Be careful.
So I might as well just stick with now we can just go on the all-out offensive because we can, and now we just go with Augie Glau. Tier 2 attacks, do a crap ton of damage. Minato is going to be doing our main hard hitter for this fight. As opposed to everyone else hits hard too, but Minato is just going to hit harder than the average bear. But yeah, he hits with strike and electricity, so be wary of that. I swear, after playing Shin Megami Tensei like 4 and 3, bosses that only get one turn per attack just seem like a total joke to me. I mean, by no means is, like, you know, the bosses that only have one turn, like, necessarily easy, but it just, in comparison, it's like, wow, he only gets one turn. This is kind of, like, you know, impossibly simple. I mean, on one hand, you know, they might have attacks that can totally one-shot everyone, and that would suck. But on the other hand, it's just, it's a nice break, you know, going back to bosses that only use, one attack. So every now and then he'll use Prophecy of Ruin, and that's going to try to inflict fear on all your party members. This is why you wanted the Me Parcher gems. Seeing as how only Minato is feared right now, a Parcher gem would be just as fine. Minato getting feared is probably the worst thing that can happen, because, you know, he's the only person we can control. So, you know, that it kind of blows, like, really hard. And we got him down. We are just wrecking this guy. We're gonna have, like, a flawless victory at this rate. I mean, we're just kicking his ass. So he's almost at least a quarter dead. I mean, a quarter life left, that is. And he's gonna do... Well, his defense, his stats are back to normal, but it doesn't matter. He's almost dead, and he's going to use Prophecy of Ruin. And this is a prime example of how AI-controlled party members kind of fucking suck. So fear makes Minato not able to move. Minato can't move, and he's kind of afraid. That's horrible. Are my AI-controlled party members going to heal it? Are they going to use a Parcher gem? Are they going to use Me Parcher, which I'm pretty sure Yukari frickin' has? Absolutely not. Which means that Minato's frightened. Which means this boss is gonna open up with a Swift Strike, and because Minato's paralyzed with fear, he is very likely to get feared, as you just saw. We got off of that with 3 HP left. If we were 1 level lower, or if he just decided to do 3 more damage, I would be dead right now, and I would have to see all that again. And he's doing it again, no one's fucking carrying him. He's dying, totally kicking Minato's ass because of critical hits, and well, we have only 2 HP left. God, this is what you call getting lucky. Or unlucky. This is what I really hate about some boss fights in this game, is that if a status debuff hits Minato that makes him unable to control Minato, then you pretty much can't control anyone in your party. And shit just gets really hard to deal with because, you know, it just means that you kind of get clipped, and if Minato dies, then it's game over. It's kind of what... This is one of the few instances, or one of the many instances I haven't... That's pretty much... This is kind of the first time something like this has screwed me over that hard. Where AI-controlled party members kind of suck. So, if I didn't explain it well enough, this boss fight's main strategy is to inflict everyone with fear and then open up with Swift Strike, which makes you more likely, almost guaranteed to get critical hit and wreck your shit, which is why you wanted the Me Parcher gems to, you know, counterbalance that. If you keep on using Me Parcher gems successfully, which I wasn't able to do, you'll be fine. And even so, even with that travesty, we still, you know, are able to kill him without too many problems. I'm just so glad he was 1 level higher. You know, he was just that 1 level he needed to be to have enough HP to not totally just get wrecked. And Huapo levels up and learns Fire Boost, which increases our fire output damage by, like, what, 20-30%? Which is very, very nice, because, you know, now we're doing 20-30% more damage. Because, as you can see, once again, we'll have to head back, right? Except, no, why don't we just cut back? Because we're still, you know, under pursuit, I guess you could say. There's a shadow in this room. That doesn't sound nice. So, before that, I just want Yukari to heal me just for safety measures because I don't want to be dying. I've probably emphasized this enough, but dying during a full moon is the absolute worst thing that could ever happen. So, we're supposed to check around the room now. Let's check the bed. I didn't check the bed. Let's just check what we actually have to check. We have to check the mirror. It's a large mirror. Is it just me or is something strange about this mirror? Incredibly strange. It's not reflecting things. That's the one job a mirror is supposed to have. It's its one purpose in life, and it's not doing it. What a useless mirror. And all of a sudden we're somewhere else, girl taking a shower. I was waiting for the fan service in the game. It's like, what the hell, anime? No fan service? What is going on? This is just weird. And apparently that's Yukari. I did not know that was Yukari the first time I actually played this game. She had, like, her hair seems too brown to be Yukari's hair. But I guess not. It's Yukari. Makes sense. She's taking a shower, getting ready to do the nasty deed. Because apparently that's what people in Japan do before they do the nasty deed, is take a shower. Makes sense, sort of. What was I doing? Yeah, we had to sort of kill shadows. Embrace your desire. Okay. Who is this? A voice? Is it social link time? Am I doing voice rings inside my head? My inner self? This isn't Persona 4. Enjoy the moment. This isn't The World Ends With You. What game are you even trying to be from? Okay, so now he's gonna throw philosophical shit at us. Present is all we have. That's not true. The future is but a fantasy. Memory is a fabrication. Damn, you are such a downer, voice in my head. Free yourself, prison tired, so I can't give in. No. It's tempting, but we can't give in. Pleasure is what we truly want. Oh, you know me, don't you? The doorway to bliss. That's a funny way of saying it. Embrace your desire? Should we? No, now's not the time. There will be plenty of other times to bang girls in this game for Minato. But right now, we're supposed to be killing some shadows. So yeah, we regain control of our thoughts. Awesome. We fought our desires. Yeah! Our desires are back. Damn. So she was taking a shower. Why were you wondering? And was it so necessary to run over, slap Minato, and then slam the door? That really makes no sense.
I can finally reach you.
Oh, hey,
Can you two hear
Fuka.
me?
Yeah,
I'm
what's
sorry
been
I
happening?
couldn't contact you
Did you see any of that? Because it was hilarious.
Interfering with your thoughts.
Okay, so now we have to kill it. You can't mess with our
The enemy is
thoughts.
still in the
That's
same
just
room.
mean.
Please regroup and hurry.
And we have to go back to this 3-floor dungeon. That's the shortest thing ever.
Sorry. Yeah, I heard you.
So now everything's back to normal.
Did
I
something
swear.
happen?
Aren't they
No,
just shipped so
nothing.
much? OTP for life. But anyways. So now she's back. And once again, if you tell anyone, I'm
Come
gonna
on,
fucking kill
let's
you.
go.
Right? That's probably the most plausible
If you tell
reaction.
anyone,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
won't ever speak to you again.
Why is this so much deja vu? Why is so many questionable things happening between Minato and Yukari? And we can't even date her yet. Such a tease. It's just because we're max charm, of course. Okay, so there's 2 shadows. You gotta really capitalize on, kill. They really want to capitalize on these full moons. Pack as many bosses into it as possible. Join well with the others. They're on the floor ahead of me. I can only imagine if, you paired up Akihiko and Mitsuru, you would have got a funny response. Maybe, like, the same thing happened to them. I wouldn't know. That's why I'm kind of curious as to what happens, and I would ask you guys if you happen to know. It'd be a cool thing. Or maybe that, something between Akihiko and Junpei happened that's even more hilarious. How about you guys? Of course we're okay. Damn. And I should have said, we're fine, because Yukari would have been like, haha, right, nothing sexual happened back there, nope, no siree. But anywho's, now for a sort of bullshit segment of this, dungeon. So we want to go back to, back to that one room, the boss room, except we can't, because it's sealed shut with a mysterious force. So what we have to do, and I didn't catch on to this for quite a while, is you have to go from room to room looking for the mirrors. There are 2 mirrors in specific. You want to look at the mirror as soon as it loads, and if it actually casts a reflection, it means it's a totally innocent mirror just doing its job, and just leave it be. I'm not sure if it's the same room every time, but I'm just going to cut to the room where I find it, because, this takes too much time. So go to this room, and this will be a not good mirror. It's a maverick mirror. It's not doing its job to society, and therefore must die. As you can see, not casting a reflection, gotta break it. If you break a totally innocent mirror, you'll be sent back to the beginning. And you have to do things all over again, and it kinda sucks. So there's one on the 3rd floor, one on the 2nd floor. Again, I'm not completely sure if they're in the same room every single game. It might be in different rooms, in which case we'll just have to check every single room, which would kind of blow. So, but, it doesn't take too long. I'm just cutting it out because it takes too long? Too long to show, at least. So now that we beat all the shadows, or no, we didn't beat any shadows, now we can fight the shadow. And, end off this full moon day. Without a hitch, I must say. It's been going besides, having being 2 HP away from death, it was a pretty smooth sailing, wouldn't you agree? We got lucky, that's all I can say. I don't know what I was thinking there with those shadows, but whatever. We can get into a boss fight before we end off. A shadow fight before we can end off the part, right? Why not? Besides being a total waste of time. To Garu, I am way too lazy to switch to a persona with Garu. So let's just use good old Fuapo. She has strong fire magic anyways. Right? Yeah, that does more than the average fire, I'm assuming. Luckily everyone does a good significant amount of damage, at least. Even though Minato does like half as much as what everyone else does. Just until we get that new sword. Good thing we bought it. And again, I don't know what I'm thinking. Some shadow must be playing with my mind, but why I don't go for money instead? Why I went for the cup instead of the money is ridiculous. But they dropped Onyx, and Onyx is always nice to have. So that's cool. So in the next part, we will be taking on this other shadow boss fight. But until then, this has been skittflash. Hope you've enjoyed watching. Bye!